Hello Mzansi and welcome to yet another episode of Bona Retsang. This is the only magazine show that gives you, the youth of Mzansi, a platform to voice your opinions. My name is Zakatek and as you guys know, I never roll so low. I got my girl PK Weezy in the house. PK!
And you know what, I'd never allow Zach to do the show alone. You know, I don't trust him like that. But anyway, do remember guys that we love hearing from you guys. So all you need to do is going to our Facebook page, which is Bona Retsang, or you can tweet us at Bona Retsang. For more detailed information on the show and the awesome presenters, all you need to do is check out our awesome website, which is www.bonaretsang.co.za.
Word up PK, word up. But let's not waste any more time right now guys, let's head straight into the lineup.
On today's show, we found out more about study groups in Mzansi.
We then head over to MC at the news desk to see what has been happening this past week.
Then on Zishani, we explore the career of projects coordinating.
Then Bogoman Boba hooks us up with the news.
Well, that looks like a jam-packed show lined up for you guys at home. But first up is Istamto. And in Istamto, we found out more about the issues that are affecting you, the youth of Mzansi.
That is right, guys. And today, we take a more in-depth look at study groups.
Peer education is whereby some teenagers bonisana ngempilo.
Siza abantu ukuthi ba-understand izinto.
Peer education is leading by example.
Intsha yakwazi uku-advisana ibonisana indlela right ngento zesikole.
Ibalekile ngoba iletha ushintsho ezikolweni.
Peer education. The importance and the emphasis is not competition, it's collaboration. You have young people that are collaborating, young people that are helping each other to find themselves. So if we're in a group, for instance, and we're helping each other, if one person is struggling, I won't move, I will stand and help that person so that when we achieve together.
The group njoba beqala, like we were told ukuthi group it's all about fixing like ama problems abantwana besikolo and like izinto ezenzakala ngaphakathi kwesikolo affecta education.
Sikhulume inkinga esinazo sisonke thina sama peer educators, and then we share these problems. After sharing these problems, we come up with solutions to the problems, to which maybe in Lishata we're having this problem, and then at Jabile they have already overcome this problem. Now they help us on how to address the issue.
To be a successful peer educator, basically you need to be a self-starter. You need to be a self-motivated person. You do have those people that are go-getters, as leaders, as young people, as they are. We need more of those. So, for instance, Elena, a young person who can go and read their own books and come and explain to others, who can find information out there. You know, we need people like that.
Group learning fundise ngoba leader yabona nakhona ngiyazi la leadership skills mangwathatha azongisa sina samume mhlawumbe nasemsebenzini
Yanginceda ukuthi ngibe ne self confidence noma nganayo somehow, but like bebe ngifundisa into eziningi khona advice umuntu nokukhuluma nabantu.
Mina group ngifundisa ukuthi ngikwazi ukucommunicate nabantu grand, ngibuye futhi ngingathi ngenza izinto ngapha ngikhuza abantu ukuthi bangayenza izinto bini mina yimi yenza izinto ezirong.
As usual, a very informative Stramto there. Guys, it looks like study groups can work wonders for the individual. So you know what? Give it a bash.
Now, documenting all that is happening in and around your community is really important, and that's why we at Bona Retsang are here to help you do just that. But up next, it's time for us to find out what our school squad journalists have been up to.
Hi, my name is Sebo. I want to tell you guys about how to keep fit and eat healthy. Stay fit. It's not really about being buff. As a young person, you have to look after your health. As a friend of mine, I want to ask about how he feels about the fitness and the health issues, especially in teenagers.
Well, I think on my side is that fitness plays a very vital role in your life. I think fitness is the way into a better life for everybody else, not just young people only, and for myself too.
I like guys who are fit, you know. Like you say, a guy has to take care of your body. I'm sure even girls wouldn't like a guy who's got a big tummy.
Jimmy, me I don't gym. all I do is just, keep a good diet, health, but I don't gym. I don't like gymming.
I don't know about you guys at home, but after that clip, I'm feeling really inspired to hit the gym and keep fit and healthy. PK, can I count on you to be there? You know you're going to spot me.
Of course, my friend. We need to get fit. But you know what? Jogging is not for me. So if you're thinking of jogging, no.
No, jogging's not for me either.
Yeah, so maybe we should try out yoga.
Okay, you can try out yoga.
On that note of yoga, our next clip is all about yoga in school.
I'm Milana from Queen's High School. I'll be talking to you about yoga. I'll be interviewing Mrs. Ho on yoga. Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, what is your perception on yoga?
I think because of the stresses of today and learners under pressure to achieve, that doing yoga, because of the relaxed stretching and slow breathing that is involved, helps to calm learners' nervous system and so encourage them to become better learners, better able to pay attention and focus.
Would you do yoga?
No, I wouldn't, but I would do it because it's fun.
Would you choose yoga as a career choice for you?
Not actually as a career choice, but as a daily meditation practice.
Do you think yoga should be installed into schools?
Yes, it should be, and luckily it is installed in the school.
Thank you so much for that clip. Remember, you at home can also become one of our School Squad journalists. All you need to do is grab your cell phone and record all that is happening in your community.
But now let's take a quick break. When we return, MC gives us a wrap on the week's news and we find out more about Projects Coordinator. See you after this. Welcome back to Bona Retsang. Kumbulani lapha emakhaya ukuthi siyathanda ukuzwa from Nina. So all you need to do is holler at us on our Facebook page or you can tweet us at Bona Retsang.
Well said, PK. But now, without wasting any more time, guys, let's go and see what MC has for us over at the news desk.
Welcome to Bona Retsang. This is our news recap for what's been happening in South Africa and around the world for the past week. Let's start in Soweto. Now, police have questioned a number of teenagers from Soweto over the death of a 15-year-old girl. Police believe that the young girl may have been raped and strangled to death. 10 pupils, including the girlfriend's boyfriend, his friends, and the girl's friends, were taken in for questioning. Now, Democratic Alliance leader Helen Zille made headlines recently for defending Basic Education Minister Angie Motshekga's work. She says that Angie Motshekga's work was able to point out some of the problems that came under former Education Minister Naledi Pandor, saying that Naledi Pandor ran the risk of pouring billions of rands into interventions that would not necessarily advance improving education outcomes. She is basically saying that Angie is working on ensuring solid norms that would produce results rather than focusing mainly on school infrastructure. Now, moving along to Canada. An African rock python has killed 2 children in Canada after escaping from a pet shop. The children were aged 5 and 7. Police say that the snake slipped out of the pet shop at night and found the 2 boys in an apartment above the shop. Pythons rarely strangle people. Now, South Africans love their meat. We burn meat probably more than any other country in the world. We eat meat that usually comes from farms. But soon, we might be eating meat that is made in science labs. Dutch scientist Mark Post is responsible for the first lab-grown beef burger. The meat in the burger was made by knitting about 2,000 protein strands that came from cattle stem. Mark Post says that the success of this way of making meat could be the answer to global food shortages. Tell us about what you think about this on Twitter. #LabMeat. Would you eat it or not? We have come to the end of our news recap for the week. My name is Umtoba Chapi. See you again next week.
Oh, thank you, Mtoba, for that report. Now, guys, without wasting any more time, let's head over to Zishani to explore a career in projects coordination.
Pumem Tembu is a loving sister, a caring daughter, and a devoted girlfriend. I have aspirations to have a significant role in business. Currently, I'm a projects coordinator for Powerdime Investments and Consulting. Project coordination is maintaining and integrating project plans. What I do is see a project from beginning, which is the concept, and see it through to implementation. And that is to ensure that each stage of each plan is executed within time. I did a bachelor's degree in management and communications, and I think that laid the foundation solid. My first job was at public relations officer for a health and weight management company, and then I was recruited in this company to be a projects coordinator. The greatest challenges, or should I say obstacles, that I've encountered as projects coordinator is having certain individuals undermine me or challenge my authority. And I've just learned to overcome such challenges by addressing all my weaknesses firstly, so that they cannot challenge me on that part. But also it's just taught me to grow a thick skin. For a student that wishes to go into projects coordination, I think you should firstly cement yourself and solidify yourself with a good and sound education. Do a bachelor's degree with an accredited university. But personality-wise, I would say one should be enthusiastic, one should have a keen sense for knowledge and learning. And the qualities I would say that one needs is to be self-assured and assertive. It is Women's Month, and I do believe that young girls should challenge themselves and go into business. It's not as intimidating as people think it is. I mean, take the first step, take the plunge and get into business. It might be a small enterprise. You might be selling jewelry or whatever it is, but I think women do play a significant role in society, especially in business. Surround yourself with positive people. Surround yourself with change agents. Arm yourself with education and know thyself.
Thank you so much to Pumem Tembu. It was really interesting to find out more about a project's coordination, and it's always good to see a female who is in or dominating within a male-dominated sector.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you on that one, PK. But up next on the lineup, guys, we take a look at another cell phone video which is sent in by one of our School Squad journalists.
Hello, my name is Peter van Koller. I'm from Claymont. I was born here. I'm 22 years old. I was a drug addict for more than 6 years. I started when I was in high school, and being on drugs is not a good thing because during that time I was raped. I was a very headstrong little girl, so school felt boring to me, and that's why I just left school, and that's how I started getting into the drugs. It wasn't group pressure or anything like that. It was the in thing that time, and so I also wanted to be like that. So that's why I started doing it, and I regret it till this day. What my parents said about me using drugs, well, at first they didn't know, and afterwards, when they found out, I was in a lot of trouble, but can I say my mother loved me too much to give me any harsh punishment, but with her love, I got through it. That's why I left the drugs, just for the sake of my mother, because it's all because of her. After everything that happened to me, I'm currently in Mtumkulu doing a bar and table attendance class, and graduation is next week, and I know I passed because I put everything I had in it.
Basically what Mtumkulu does is we are a skills facilitating center where we develop skills of young women, youth, men also, that have either not been educated in the mainstream education school programs, or that is either school leavers and those that are unemployed.
At our class we learned a lot about table settings, how to serve people, how to react when on different customers, and just basically how to prepare simple foods.
Yeah, they say success has no shortcuts, you know, and a journey of 1,000 miles take one positive step. So I always encourage them to become leaders in the future, the leaders of their community, the leaders of their home, and I feel that she will be a great success in the near future.
Basically, for my future, I would like to become a kitchen manager and open my own restaurant and just make a success of my life. I would like to say to everybody out there, when the opportunity comes, grab it with both hands, because an opportunity only comes once in a lifetime. If you get a second chance, you're lucky. So just grab it with both hands the first time you get it.
Thank you so much for sending in your clip, and just for doing so, you've won yourself a Casio watch to the value of 500 Rand. Remember guys, if you would like to send in your clip and stand a chance of winning that awesome Casio watch, use the addresses that are appearing on your screen at the present moment.
That is right, guys. It is time now for us to take a quick breather, but when we return, we open up another page in our Matric Dance Diary, and Mr. Bogoman Boba gives us his wrap-up of this week's news. Stay tuned, guys. Welcome back to Bona Retsang. Yes, guys, don't forget to interact with us on our Facebook page by clicking the like button, or you can always drop us a tweet on Twitter.
Matric Dance Fever, yeah. And as you know, on Bona Vibes, we've been exploring how to help you make your matric dance evening one to remember. Now today, we take a closer look on how to make your face look amazing. Check this out.
My name is Ndumi. I'm in Matric. I'm a very sociable person. I like having fun, hanging out with my friends, reading, taking long walks and everything. My Matric dance is coming up very soon. So I'm here today to meet Ukoko, who's a professional makeup artist. She's gonna give me a few tips on how to go about doing my makeup for my big night, and to get ready, basically tell me what's in and what's not. So yeah, join me and you could learn a thing or two. Come. Thank you so much for agreeing to meet up with me today and help me out in terms of trying to find a look for my matric dance and helping me with makeup.
It's a pleasure. Hopefully by the end of today, you'll have an idea of what you look like on the night.
Is there a need to do makeup for your matric dance? Do you personally think a person should go through the effort of getting makeup done?
It's obviously a personal thing, but for me, I really think it is necessary because first of all, your pictures are going to look really beautiful. There won't be that shine around your T-zone, and the confidence, basically. So if you're a girl, you need to properly do your makeup, get an outfit that's going to go well with everything.
What looks are in for your matric dance? What look do you advise that people would go for right now?
The trends that are in at the moment are the smoky. I know you've seen a lot of people wearing smoky eyes. It's too complicated. I would suggest that you go for neutral looks. You want to look beautiful in your day. You want to look like a little princess. You don't want all the attention to go into your eyes. So I would suggest just go for neutral colors.
Should I go to a professional to get my makeup done on my big day, or should I do it myself, get my own makeup and do it myself?
That's a very difficult question, but it's simple really. If you cannot do your own makeup, then I would suggest that you go to a professional because you don't want to be embarrassed on your big day. But then there are other options, obviously. If you know that your mom is good with her makeup, you can ask your mom or your big sister or your cousin or whatever. As long as you know someone you're confident they'll do a good job. Now, Ndumi, I'm going to show you how to do your makeup.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, before I even start with the powder, I'm going to put on the blush because I don't want it to be too overpowering.
Okay guys, so earlier on today, I got the privilege of meeting Ukoko, who is a professional makeup artist. She told me about the latest trends, what the do's and don'ts of makeup. So as you can see, I'm all made up and I'm ready for my big night. I hope I was able to help you guys out to get ready for your matric dance too.
Oh, Ndumi, I'm sure that you felt like a princess being pampered by that professional makeup artist. And now you guys at home know exactly how it's done.
And I'm sure when lapekaya go manje uthinte phone and you're on a social network. Well, today on Iringa Nighty, we explore the good and the bad of social networks. Check this out.
Online cyber room, if you will, where we're free to talk about whatever with no formal obligations of any sort. And it's also a great way to meet new people all around the world. I think social networking really became big around 2008, you know, when Facebook came out, and it was so cool to have Facebook and have as many friends as you can.
Social networking has become so popular because it's faster, cheaper, and if I want somebody to come through, I'm gonna go on BBM probably.
You get stalked by people, for instance, who you don't know on the website, or you find out people lie about who they are.
Yeah, but I think it actually gives you a chance to get to know other people. Like, social networking is a getaway from reality. It's like another life, a cooler you, a better you, a more confident you, you know what I mean? I think people rely on social networks to better their persona. With social networks, first impressions can come again and again, you know, and it's easier for you to lie to people on the social network than actually in person. And it's much cooler, like looking at a girl on the social network and then having expectations and then seeing them in person, you know, it's like, yeah, it's exactly as it was on the social network, which is super cool.
E.g. Twitter. You'll find a person trying to be someone they're not. They really lose their morals because you end up finding everybody trying to look cool, especially Twitter.
You can get a lot of exposure. A lot of people can get to see what you're about and the things you do.
And the good thing about social networks as well is mass production in terms of advertising. It'd be easier to just like tell people you're hosting a party on the social network than actually handing out flyers and emails.
A world with no social networks is like a world with no electricity.
A world without social networks is, what can I say, the plug is off.
Well, you know, now that I think about it, I'm on so many social networks at the same time. And I know that you guys at home are doing the same thing. So, there's no excuse. Get onto Facebook, click the like button, Bona Retsang, you know.
After that, get onto Facebook. I think you need to take a breather a bit, yeah. But unfortunately, we're close to the end of the show. But you guys know that we can never wrap the show up without hollering at our boy, Ubugu Man Boba. So, Bugu my Bugu, holla black!
Hello, my name is Boogeyman Boba, and I'm going to give you a little wrap-up of what's happening in the world right now. Guys, the rhinos are dying. Apparently, rhino poaching is so bad that a zoo in the US has decided to take some rhinos and start breeding them in America. Does this actually mean that these rhinos are in exile in America? I mean, come on, think about it. Maybe 27 years from now, we might find ourselves with a rhino president. Never, and never again shall it be that they use our rhinos for this regime. Phansi rhino poaching, phansi. Viva my rhino, viva! Guys, stop it, man. Let's stop killing these things, man. Next up, a couple from Pretoria that moved to New Zealand 6 years ago are now homeless after being fired from a restaurant that they were working at for apparently being too fat. Too fat? Ah, come on, guys. Just come back home. South Africa never discriminated against the fat. We have room for fat people. We've got room for days. If we got room for Kulubuse and Elvovo, we've got room for you. Come back home, guys. Come back home. Kumbule Kaya. 3 Zimbabwean men exiled in South Africa have chained themselves to a statue of Nelson Mandela in protest fighting for freedom in Zimbabwe. Okay, guys, I see what you're doing, but I personally think that these guys have chained themselves to a statue of Nelson Mandela only because they do not want to get deported back to Zimbabwe. Just be honest, man. We've got room in Hillbrow for days. Just stay. All right, guys, now moving to some entertainment news. Nicki Minaj has said that DJ Khaled is like a brother to her. They're like brothers and sisters. I mean, come on, can we please have a moment of silence for another brother put in the friend zone? Shame, man. This was after DJ Khaled proposed to Nicki Minaj, proposed to her on television, guys. And then Nicki Minaj says they're like brothers and sisters. This is not even friend zone. This is family zone. I'm sorry, DJ Khaled. I'm sorry, man. Nicki, that's cold. That's cold, girl. Anyways, guys, that's it for me, Boogerman Baba. See you next week. Same time, same place. Holla black.